Okay, hello there, dear Capricorn. Uh, the first few minutes are going to sound sort of similar to all the other readings for the other signs for this eclipse. Just a heads up, letting you know, I'm not a professional astrologer, I'm just an enthusiast, and these are the sort of notes that I make for myself at home to get myself through the days and the weeks and the months. I find it really helpful, and I hope it helps you guys too. Now, just another heads up. This eclipse is kind of a big deal because there are so many freaking planets in Pisces. I don't know if you are interested in any of this stuff because this is a tarot channel, but I feel obliged to show this to you. Okay, have a look at this. Okay, that's you, dear Capricorn, your sun, or your moon, or your ascendant, and this is the eclipse, and this is the day. Now, right down here in your third house, we've got Mercury, the Sun, Moon, we got Neptune, we got Chiron, and the South Node. It's all of that is piled up right here in your third house. Okay, that's communications, your education, your immediate surroundings, your day-to-day world, speaking, listening, transmitting information, receiving information. It's day-to-day activities with others and how you relate with them. Now, I'll talk about these other things in a minute, but let's focus on this right now because this is all about the eclipse here. Now, with Pisces energy, okay, this is where you have Pisces in your chart in the third house. This is you over here, Capricorn, in the first house. But over here, you've got Pisces energy. Now, Pisces energy can be very hard to understand, very hard to deal with. Doesn't matter who you are, unless you're just already naturally gifted. On the positive side, it's the house of the divine. It's a gateway for the will of heaven to move through us. It's our connection to the divine. It's our spirituality. It's our spiritual beliefs. It's our imagination. It's the place of angels. It's the place of spirits. Okay, it's the place of things like clairvoyance, clairsentience, psychic awareness, and meditation, dreaming, and visioning. It's the place of pure, pure, pure unconditional love, universal love. I'm not talking about sex or romance or, you know, is she hot or is he hot and all that stuff. This is just love, pure, pure, pure essence of love from the heart. And that's the purest, highest vibration form of Neptune energy, Pisces energy. Now there is a shadow side like there is to everything, like all the planets, but with Neptune it's exceptionally hard to deal with. From the way I understand it, the 12th house, Pisces energy on the shadowy side, is sort of like a dumping ground. It's the end of the end. It's the 12th house. It's where there's nowhere else to go. It's the trash can. It's the dumpster. It's the attic, the basement. It's where we stuff all the crap that we can't handle. We just shove it in the drawer, just bury it like it doesn't exist, and just hope it goes away and festers and rots. But that's the problem. It tends to just sit and fester and rot. It just doesn't go away. And so if that sort of lower vibration form of Pisces energy is very prominent, that can lead to things like imprisonment, losses, failings, the end of the end, hospitalization. It can be like leaving your body. It can be fighting with addictions, fighting your demons, things that you can't even hardly put words to or understand, and they're ripping your brain out, and they're ripping your soul to pieces, and you feel insane. That's the energy of shadow Neptune Pisces energy gone wrong. And in a more like crystallized form, you would feel it, or others would feel it from you in the form of betrayal or deception or fantasy or lies or fakeness. false spirituality, smiling very sweetly while there's a vicious, malicious, subtle intent. You know, it's not pretty. It's not pretty at all. It's I don't want to go there anymore. Okay, I've said enough on that. But the point about the this particular Pisces new moon eclipse is that we've also got Chiron here and the South Node, so that implies that there has to be a lot of releasing, a lot of letting go. It's a lot of purging. It's like the best thing you can do for yourself is to actually open the door to the dumpster, the attic, the kitchen drawer, look at all the trash, see what's there, and pull it out, rip it out, or just let it come out. Because with Chiron, it's so much about healing, and with the South Node, it's about what needs to be let go and released. And the South Node could also be all the wonderful gifts that you've brought with you before in previous lifetimes. So all of that needs to be opened up. Reveal it. Reveal it to heal it. Let's just put it that way. Reveal it to heal it. Let it flow. And the best way to do that is just to simply surrender. Now, surrender can be very, very hard to do for most people. It's extremely hard. It's literally letting go of all egoistic aspirations and letting the will of heaven move through you, surrendering to that which is, nothing more, nothing less. It's very hard for most of us. For me it is, I know that. But it has to be done. That's the healthiest, most loving thing you can do, is literally just, as they say, let go and let God. It's a cliche, but, you know, it's effective and it's true and it works. So that's happening down here in your third house. So you might be, well, sorry, about the eclipses in general, because it is a new moon eclipse and it's very big, there's going to be a sensation of perhaps doors closing and where you can never go back, and doors opening, and once you finally move through, you will never go back. So it's a real momentum for evolution here. This is evolution happening. If you try to fight evolution, if you insist on holding on to the past and all the crap and keeping the shutters down on all the garbage cans and the trash cans of your soul, then things are just going to get exponentially worse. This is a golden opportunity for healing, tremendous healing, Capricorn. Okay? So as you heal, you bring those resources up into the 9th house here, where that could be interpreted as wisdom and teaching and higher education that you can bring to others and share to others in a very purified way. In other words, a lot of the crap is being filtered and got rid of. So you're doing the world a service by surrendering, okay? Bringing your gifts to the world up here. You have a lot to offer, Capricorn. You're very, very smart, okay? So share it. Now, I don't want to do really long readings here, so I'm going to buzz through it pretty fast. But over here, you see this massive red T-square. That's what it's called, a T-square. See that? Jupiter in Libra up in the 10th house. Aries, you've got Venus, Mars, and Uranus in Aries down here in the 4th house. And you've got good old unrelenting Pluto over here in the 1st house. So with this dynamic going on here, it's about relationship, okay? It's between the home and the family, your foundations in life, and your career and your place in the world. Now with Jupiter here in Libra, it's about bringing fairness and balance into relationships in the context of your career, and bringing your own unique, outstanding, amazing individuality as you carry it in the foundation of your life, or perhaps even in your home and family, bringing that into the career and the workplace. But it's a balancing act. This is a very, very fortunate opposition, and it's allowing you to become very deeply aware of how am I going to retain my unique, wonderful, amazing identity as me, the way I am in the foundations of my life. How am I going to do that in the context of my career, my place in this world, my legacy, the things that I'm going to leave behind in this world, in relationship to others, where I have to execute and express all that stuff that I have? How am I going to do that? It's a balancing act. It's a very, very interesting balancing act, and you have to figure it out. So it could be a little bit choppy going back and forth here, and Pluto is not going to let you get away with anything. Okay, you see that? Pluto over here in Capricorn, it's unrelenting power. So you might experience power struggles between home and career, or career and home. Which is it going to be? Are you going to sacrifice one for the other, or are you going to find a balance? The dynamic here is to find a balance, make it work. It's work figuring out how to make it work, but I think you can do it, Capricorn, because you're very, very smart and you're very hardworking. I've got to keep going, okay? But this is going to help you, and this is going to help you. You've got Saturn, your planet, in Sagittarius, in your 12th house of Pisces energy, okay? And it's not letting you get away with any bullshit, any fakery, any lies, all the shadowy stuff of Pisces. No, 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 no. You're going to clean up your act, okay? And heaven is helping you. Saturn is helping you. Saturn, normally the boogeyman, the police officer, the cops of life, they are actually your friends, okay? So let them help you. For all the challenges here, where Pluto is pounding on you, there's also this, where Saturn is helping you. So be grateful. Be very, very grateful. This is an amazing opportunity here, okay? Now, that's pretty much it. I could go on for quite a while, but it'll just get boring and you'll get confused, and I'm not a professional, all right? But I just want to let you know, you've still got Pluto in Capricorn right here in your first house of self, of identity. So with all of this massive pile of energy happening right now, you might feel even more than you have felt in the last few years that your whole sense of identity is being almost brutally transformed. The energy is so large and so deep and so intense, it's like tectonic plates. You know tectonic plates where, you know, there's one plate and there's the other plate, and typically one plate moves under the other. If it does it smoothly, you don't get any earthquakes. But if you get this, if you get resistance to evolution, and you get the Capricorn energy trying to hold on, then you get this, 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 and then you get, that's an earthquake, okay? Now, if you want to learn about life that way, fine. But sometimes it's better just to surrender and just let the little chunks of evolution move through the tectonic plate, okay? So you don't get the big earthquakes in life. Evolve gracefully, okay? That's all I'm saying here. It takes a lot of surrender, a lot of letting go. I don't want to say any more because I'll just confuse you, all right? I hope this helps you for the eclipse. I really do. And don't take any of it personally. Just let it happen. Let it all move through you. All right. Thanks, Capricorn. Bye.